Hi, I'm Marie Eldridge. I'm an educator in the Handi Quilter studio. Today, this is the Pillbox. So this is a 2x6 Pillbox shape. This is the template that we're going to demonstrate today. And this is a different shape than we have done before. I really like this shape because it's so unusual. This is one of those that has a gap in it, so you'll need to have your put it over the hopping foot so it just slides over. I like to, there's a lot of different things you can do with this, and I again have the piece of tape on here so that I can remind myself which one of these guidelines I'm using. And first of all, I'm just going to do that kind of a elongated circle shape. So it's just an up and over, and then I can adjust and move it down to 1, or I can move it down 2 and add another echo inside there. I am all about the echo, and at this point I can use the side of it and travel across. So if I just put that there and travel to the middle, now I'm in a position where I can add something to the center of this if I want to, or I can just leave that as it is, or I can keep echoing. But now I have that side of the ruler again that I can use to just travel till I'm back where I started. Then again I can do another one. So this time let's just echo different sizes. So we'll just go across the top. And I'm lining up on this side and also lining up on this side. So we'll just move down a quarter, let's go down a ½ an inch. That's what we did last time, and then we'll show you the difference of coming down just a quarter of an inch. So I'm lining up the grid line on this side, the grid line on that side, and across the top. Whoop, there we go. All right, as we take that off, you can see the difference. So this is with something on the inside, and then just with the different echoes on that. This is by just adding some piano keys to the upper side of that to fill that in, and look how it makes each of those shapes just, it's different than just your regular half a circle. And you can see over here I've used that same pill shape and come across the top of there, and also you can fill in on the inside. Now I'm not really good with doing these straight lines all the time, so I use the ruler to help me. So I'll just show you one of these, how we can stitch in the inside of there and use the ruler to help you get those lines straight. So we'll just get that on, put this on, and I have the ruler lined up with what I've already stitched. So I'm just going to come over like a little bit, go down to the bottom. I'm going to just make a U-turn and slide my ruler over, back up. I can use the ruler to guide me across, back down. All right, now that I'm at the bottom of the pill, I'm just going to make a turn, a little U-turn, a couple of stitches, slide the ruler over, come back up, and I'm just sneaking over about 2 stitches, and I'm kind of using that ruler to get me over there, and then following the side of the ruler down to the bottom, do that little U-turn, slide the ruler over. So you can see I'm using that ruler to make that straight line. So you can see how those go straighter. Obviously you would probably do this a little more even, but it works. You can use that ruler and it fills in really nice. Just a little bit about the feet that I'm using for this ruler. I started out with the sure foot. The sure foot or the ruler foot you can use with the templates, but the sure foot for sure I want to use if I'm doing extra layers of batting. Either one works well with a template. On this one I also used an echo foot. So you can see these little fish, that's just the pillbox shape. And then I used the echo foot to echo inside. I'm all about an echo, so I always think 2 lines look better than 1. So I just filled that in with the fish, and I made myself a little template so that the fish was just the exact same going in and swimming out. The other thing is on my template, I have a handy grip on here. When it has a curve to it, I find I have much more control if I've got the handy grip on it. So I really like the handy grip on this. Because this is a larger template, you can use this to do edge to edge. So the way I did this edge to edge was to first make some diagonal channels, and then I could line up my template. So I have these grid lines along here that I can line up, and then I'll just sew 1 and 1.5 and then move up and do the same thing, the 1.5, just like you're doing the pebbles, and you do 1.5 and you can just travel with it. So you can see this one is double stitched here, then double stitched on this side. So it's really, it works out quite quickly to stitch it out. So that's kind of a little bit of a modern look, but I love how that turned out. This, I used the inside, so I used it and I did first 2 channels. So it's just by how far you set it this way and how much of that pillbox you use. So I did 2, and then I moved down and did 2 down this way. Then I moved back up, and so it just kind of looks like interlocking, and it's a great shape. The other one is, again, like an edge to edge that you can do, or this could be just a nice shape. So this one, stitch your pillbox, which you don't always have to use that whole shape. You can do part of it and then move your ruler up so you can do a part size, which is what we did up here on this one. So I did one here, moved up and did this one, so that gave me that circular shape. So then when I get here, you travel over and do this one, travel over and do this one. And then I just came back through and swirled through these, and it's kind of a funky, fun design. The last one, to divide up your edge-to-edge design, and you can add children's names, you can add a little quote. This is such a new, different shape. I really like the unusual look that you get from it, a different look from it. Plus, it's versatile. I think there's a lot of things you can do with it. I think you're going to like it.